Guys, we are back from Japan.
Oh yeah, we fucking back,
We
baby.
love Japan. Boys, oh my god.
Yeah.
So I was catching up on our last pod, I'm doing the thumbnail, and I kind of had a realization. I just kind of wanted to, actually, before we get going in this, I just wanted to pick your brain a little bit. Like,
Oh yeah.
my apartment, it's like not a dump, right? Like, you guys don't actually think it's a dump.
It's like a bit that we're doing. It's not.
That's what I
We
thought.
know that.
Yeah.
Like, it's a nice place.
It is a nice place.
That's okay.
For the amount of room.
Yeah.
It's like, imagine. I can't. You know what? I can't even. Like,
Yeah.
yes.
And
So
I'm not like
no,
a messy guy,
no.
right? Like,
No.
It's like it's organized chaos is what I would call
I
it.
think
It's
you
like
have a system.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
It's like
it makes sense.
It
makes
keeps it
sense.
tight, right?
Yeah.
Tight.
Yes.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I think in a general sense, yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because like I was starting to listen to it, and I'm like, oh my god, like what if I'm not seeing it? Like what if this place is actually a
What if? That'd be crazy.
that would be I don't want to think about it too much. But
No,
okay,
no,
we'll
don't.
get going. Do you guys want some water real
I'll
quick?
take
I'm just
some
gonna
water.
grab.
I will take some water.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna grab a little sparkling.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. Watch your step.
Well, there's
No, there's a. How does he not see it?
Dude,
It's insane.
It blows my fucking mind. Every time I come in here, I am swimming over piles of garbage.
It's like those hoarder TV shows.
That's
And
yes.
You're like, how does it get to this
did you
level?
guys-
No,
What's going on?
I think it's like the smell that it
You
smells
guys-
so good in here.
It
What?
smells
Yep.
good? Oh, I was
Yeah.
just gonna ask. You guys want sparkling water? Is that
Oh,
I will. If you have a sparkling, that would be great.
Yeah, I'll take tap. I'm good with tap. It's
okay?
okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And it's just the cans. The fuck! Look in the trash can next to you. What's in there? What's in there?
Okay. Oh my god. Okay. This is a can. Okay. This is a can from 2022. I think.
That's insane.
It's the Coke can. It's the Christmas Coke can from
Amazing.
Oh
Cool.
my god.
Oh, look it. It's the Dune Part 1 Crunch Bar. Sour Patch Kids limited edition. That's insane, and it's freshly opened.
Should we tell him?
What
don't
are
think-
my
Hey!
boys talking about it?
Oh,
here?
hey! That's
Got a little
sparkling. And that's
Sorry, I had to put on my sunglasses because it's so
He's a good host.
sparkly in here. Squeaky clean.
matches the room.
Yeah, it's so clean.
Yeah,
yeah.
woo! Welcome back, Couch Kids listeners.
Get this off my foot. Okay, cool. What's up, everybody? Welcome the fuck back to the Couch Kids podcast.
I'm Colton.
I'm Andrew.
And I'm Ari.
Woo!
We're back, but for you, it was just a week. But for us, it was, I think, 4 weeks. No, 3 weeks. It was 3 weeks.
We took some time off.
Yeah.
Some time off.
We got
So-
out of this
to
fucking
recoup.
country. We got
Some events happened that we were like, maybe we shouldn't be here. Maybe we should leave our loved ones at home.
maybe I'm not feeling funny. So we took off, and and now we're finally back in the swing of it.
Where the fuck did we go? Where did we go?
Bro, we went to the Nihon, to Japan. Come on.
Oh my god.
Nothing
We
wrong
went
with
to
that.
Japan, dude.
Yeah, we did.
And it's been a while since we've been to Japan, right? It's, I'd say maybe a couple, maybe three, 4
really.
years.
Oh, wait! We went last year!
Less than a full year.
2023, baby.
Truly, like, the meme has been going around, but honestly, it was like being added to the group chat that was like, Japan 2024 was what it was.
Immediately.
And it put the ball rolling, and we had a great time. It was awesome.
We did have a really good time. I felt like it was a good balance of, because we did it in a week, and everyone that I talked to was like, you're doing all of that in a week? Like, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, people were like really
They were skeptical.
concerned. They were skeptical. But I thought we did a really good job of having a plan and also being spontaneous.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
we kind of mixed it up, you know?
Colton, where did we go? Give us a general
Let me give you guys the rundown, the map.
Give me the runs, dude.
So we got, dude, and trust me, there was plenty of runs.
so much runs.
So we packed up, jumped on that plane. We got to Narita Airport.
Quick trip, very quick trip. Wait, quick. Just before we even touched down in Tokyo, it was a couple hours, right? And I remember like pulling out my iPad, right, and being like, because we knew that we were on an economy airline, right, and we knew ahead of time that there was going to be no TVs on the back of the seats, right? So I was like, I came in prepared, organized, and I was like, hey guys, like what? I was like, what did you guys download for the flight? And what'd you say?
Well, we chose a very nice airline.
Very nice.
Zip Air.
Zip Air.
A little budget, which part of that budget is
no problem with that.
No
Internet.
no TV screen. Hey, it said free Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi.
It did suggest
for the,
that there was potentially, potentially free Wi-Fi.
But a fool would look at that and be like, I'm going to put all of my eggs in the free Wi-Fi basket on this budget airline.
I would say someone who trusts what they're told would do that, especially if that's one of their main features is that
it's free Wi-Fi.
So I did put all my eggs and more into that basket. No iPad, nothing preloaded on my phone. And I just went
and
no Switch, nothing.
No Switch.
And how was that Wi-Fi?
Detrimental.
Dude, I mean, I would say maybe just a tad under gigabit. No, it fucking sucked. It was maybe the exact same as any other Wi-Fi in any other airplane where it's like, hey, if we go over a small bump, like you lose connection
for an hour.
And I was totally in the camp of I think I watched some videos where they were like, guys, don't even worry, like they have free Wi-Fi and like
you could be
they have a full movie catalog. You just stream it to your phone.
How big was that full movie catalog, by the way, Ari?
I think less than 10 movies.
I was gonna say,
I would say 8 of them were sequels.
Yeah.
It had like the new James Bond.
I think 3 of them were Minions movies and spin-offs.
Yes,
and there was
Minions.
just like a documentary of the Narita airport in there, and I was like, awesome.
Was there really? I actually probably would have watched that. I didn't see that one.
It was just like it was like nothing I could watch. And I think it was a bunch of like new random
Mario
sequels,
movie.
and then like Robert De Niro's The Intern,
Yes,
was randomly in there.
Yes.
And what sucks is I watched that movie maybe a week before because I was curious about it, and I was like, God fucking damn it, I just watched this movie. So I literally just like sat there. I looked at Andrew's screen. I watched La La Land with Andrew.
These guys were so proud. You guys were being so like stubborn
easy.
Because I have a
enjoyable for
I have a
everyone.
big fat iPad right in the middle, big like bright screen with headphones.
Maybe a frequent flyer who is.
Yeah.
And I was
prepared.
enjoying my time. I was watching Whiplash. I was watching La La Land, and I
watched Whiplash.
and these guys, I was like, you want me to just put on subtitles since you guys refused to borrow one of my headphones? And you guys said,
Didn't need it.
No.
Why would we?
Why would we need it? Because
interpret what they're saying.
I'm good just looking at the back of the damn seat.
There was so much of me just sitting there, like staring.
Yeah.
I ordered a lot of food on the the Wi-Fi for like the plane's food menu was lightning fast, instant. But the moment,
for whatever reason,
just even trying to get a connection, and then like I load a Google search, it takes 45 minutes for anything. I played a lot of the number stacking game on my phone.
You did.
5 hours of that.
Yeah.
It's one where you like slide it and you have to get it to like 2048 or something.
Yep.
Which is really funny. Clem, remind me to throw up a video. There was a guy across from me playing the same game as Ari, the number stacking game, but he was going fucking wicked fast.
I can't
he was like,
keep.
and then like I pan over to Ari's and it's
I'm
like
that game is very comforting for me.
That's good.
I think it requires a lot of focus, so it helps me through turbulence. That's like my comfort turbulence thing. But it was all I had. All the other games I had on my phone, I had not like set up the login. So there was a couple I tried to play, and it's like, you need an internet connection to log into like EA games. And I was like, fuck. Zip Air does not have internet as much as they say they did. So it was an awesome 12-hour flight. I loved it. It was so good.
Flew by.
I got screwed a little bit too because I wanted to play the OG Final Fantasy VII, and there's a part that I just like forgot how, like, because it's a secret character. Vincent Valentine's a secret character in that game, and there's a part where you have to collect these codes to unlock a safe, and the safe gives you 20 seconds to unlock the safe. And if you get it wrong, it's like, and like it's like very sensitive too. Like the game, it's like a mini game almost, which gives you a key to go down and meet Vincent Valentine and like, you know, engage. But for the life of me, I'm like, I can't remember this fucking mini game. So I needed my guide up. And so I'm trying to get my strategy guide up on the plane's shitty Wi-Fi. And then on top of that, Andrew's watching me and I misinterpreted the numbers that were like being played on there. So like, I'm like, it says go back left 10. I'm going back 10 and it like wouldn't work. And I'm getting frustrated. And then I finally figured out, it was like, oh no, go to the number 10, not back 10.
And it's like the internet's not helping
either. There's like no context. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, we're jammed in the middle of a...
Yeah.
He hit the stewardess right on the head with his switch. He's like, come here. You gonna fuck me like this? And then, fuck!
Gomenasai.
Taste the wrath of Vincent Valentine.
I forgot. I did pause my movie to watch him do that because
it was very entertaining.
Yeah, because it like blows up, right? If you don't get the code
right,
it
like and like, I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, a nice explosion on a plane. That's a cool thing. You hear the bomb tick like in the...
Speaking of that, I forgot I was wearing from the movie Heat.
Right.
I forgot about this. I was wearing a shirt based on the movie Heat, which has a lot to do with like guns and artillery. And I forgot the back of my shirt is just covered in photos
like AK-47
of guns. Yeah, and I was like,
so funny.
But the front had Robert De Niro.
Classic American.
I was like, I'm good.
Yeah, after easy 12-hour flight.
Easy peasy.
We land in Narita.
Yeah. We went to Tokyo for one night where we stayed in Ueno.
That was so fun.
Which was really cool.
I really like that area.
Yeah, and I think Ueno deserves a little more because I feel like it's not very talked about in Tokyo.
Not a place to stay. I don't think. Yeah.
And I thought we did a great time there. There was a good like at least day and a half of that you could get done there. Kappabashi Street is a really cool street. Very cute. Everything's like Kappa themed, and there's lots of like little souvenir stores and miniature food stores. Andrew, you love that.
I did. So one of my favorite things about Japan when we went for the first time last year was when you go when you go to all these restaurants, they have like replicas of the food, so you know what you're gonna order. Like it's what it looks like. And it's so well done. It looks, Clem, I'll throw up photos. It looks exactly like food. And they've, like, down to the details of the pans have little scrapes.
Yeah, the pan having spatulas. Like nuts.
Everything that's liquid looks liquid. Like, it is absolutely insane. So last time we were there, I was like, oh my God, it'd be amazing to buy one. And I found out that there on that street, there's like 3 or 4 shops that sell the fake food.
They even do workshops.
They even do workshops. And it was my favorite. That was my favorite. I blew my load the first day, and I didn't
right there on the street. People were like,
he only brought 3 pairs of pants.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. My blow load pants, and then that was it.
The thing is, the people of Japan are very used to that, so they cleaned it up instantly.
Yeah,
and brought
there's actually a blow load squad.
Blow load squad.
Yeah,
but that food store, they had a really fun display of like a really cartoonishly tall hamburger.
Yes,
that was like tilting, but it was all real, and it's so cool. And they had a pizza hat too.
Clem will throw up photos of the hamburger.
Throw up photos of the hamburger. Our friend Tyler also he listens, but Tyler said that it looked like a Scooby-Doo ass sandwich, and I was like, that's a perfectly accurate description of it.
You would swallow it, and you would see the shape of it go down
the throat,
yeah,
and hit the stomach.
But that was the first night. We landed around 2, so we had like an afternoon to kill. I mean, we're trying to hold out to not get hit with jet lag too hard. And I think we did successful,
okay. Yeah,
except for the fact that we woke up at like 4 a.m.
Yep.
And Colton we learned that Colton, he's a fighter. When it comes to staying up late,
when Colton talks a big fucking game, I know that he's gonna pull through.
He's a fucking serious.
At 3 o'clock when he's like, "Nah,
guys,
dude,
we're going all night.
We're going fucking till the sun comes up."
Dude, yeah. And when I'm saying the sun comes up, I'm talking like 8 p.m.
I'm talking when the sun goes down. When the sun is going sunset.
I was recapping to Sammy yesterday about like that. What I've learned about myself through the 2 international trips we've done is that, bro, I just off the plane, I need to sleep like immediately. I just cannot do it.
It's rough, dude.
And I don't know. So like, man, I was telling her about how basically like we were like, let's get ramen. We could do it. I'm like, I can do it. We got like, let's go get ramen.
I forgot about the ramen.
So we get ramen. We sit down. I order a bowl. I'm like, I'm half asleep. I'm looking at my ramen. I go, I feel sick. Like I feel nauseous. Like because I'm so tired. And I was like, I can't down this ramen. Like I can't. And Andrew's sitting next to me. He's like, dude, just try a little. Like your body needs it. Like just do a little. You know, you probably need it. Just something. And I'm like, dude, I can't even do it.
You don't want to vomit in this booth, and like
Andrew's like, do you want some of my rice? Like, and I'm like, dude, I don't know. And I'm like going down, bro. It's just so bad. And then I was telling her like how when we got back to you guys told me this. I didn't even realize it happened. Basically, I got back to the hotel and fell asleep with clothes on.
You did
above the sheets.
You did. Yeah. You fell asleep above.
You went full asleep. Yeah.
Immediately.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was hard. Like by 9 p.m., I think we were all fading.
Tapped out.
And we walked a lot. Even just that one
walked
afternoon.
a lot.
Yeah. But that was very fun. That was a very good opener.
Yes. I will. Waking up the next day at 4:30 is, it also drives you crazy. It sets you up for an insane morning because we were all just on our phones giggling at 4:30 and we're like,
sending reels.
And the other thing too is in Japan, nothing opens until
like 9 or 10.
At least 9 or 10. Yeah. So we had 5 hours of.
If you're lucky, like one cafe will open at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
And then the rest are like, nah, dude, we're not.
Of gremlin hours.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Which is nuts.
Literally perched on top of my bunk bed over Ari.
We have a great photo.
We have a great photo though. Clem, we could throw that one up.
I'm going to throw this one up? All right.
It's I had so many little cafes and coffee shops planned that I was just like, we're going to be up early. We can kill a couple hours there. Maybe have some like breakfast, pastries and stuff. They opened at like 11 a.m. 12
It's true, dude.
Like,
it's nuts.
I'm like, fucking, like, who goes here? Everyone's working. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, it really makes me wonder about the work-life balance of like Japanese people and like when does work start for them? Like, is it a 9 to 5 or is it because at 9 there's nothing open? Like, bro, like the gas station's not even open. Like, if you have to commute, like, I don't know what's going on.
Is everyone just having Family Mart for breakfast? Yeah, like I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess so.
That's true.
Then they work till like fucking 10 p.m. and then go drinking and then. That's the cycle, I guess. But
also, I've noticed that the coffee shops too were open. You have 3 hours to get there. It's like we're open from 12 to 3.
How's that possible?
And that's it.
Profitable.
I cannot. What is going on? So that's pretty silly.
That was a surprise.
But that was a surprise.
Something I didn't notice last time for some reason. I think it's just because we were up earlier this time around.
Yeah, I think we were up earlier. I don't know why last time. It really depends on when you land in Japan, I think. That like we makes landed the difference. Because last time we landed late, so we got like a full night's sleep. And then we were up, at the appropriate time, I think.
But we did do the second day. We did get up early enough. Like we started walking around 6 and like exploring the train station, which was cool. And we like found the coin lockers, and I think because we were up so early, we were like, we can hit the Sky Tree. Like we can. We didn't even plan to do like things here. We were gonna just jump on a train and go to our next destination. But since we woke up early, we explored that area more. We went to the Andrew's favorite part of the trip. It was the Tokyo Skytree, which is the tallest point in Tokyo.
Yo, and if you guys know, you guys are big listeners of the show. You know
Andrew
that
Andrew
loves heights.
He loves being as high as possible with as little grip and
he likes
railing.
Looking down on
and
people.
If there's 100 people jammed up there, even better.
Even better.
I'm gonna throw up. I don't even like recording up here on the second floor.
Yeah.
It takes. You should see me try to walk up the stairs to Colton's apartment. I'm like,
why Andrew screams so much.
Yeah.
On the pod.
Sometimes I'll look out the window and remember how high I am.
This is the tallest peak in Berlin.
Honestly,
Andrew was a fucking trooper.
Yeah.
He does not like heights.
Big fat fucking baby.
No. I mean, it was. There were points where I got a little woozy up there because it's fucking high,
dude. It's so high that it does the thing where when you look down, you're looking like it's not just like a straight drop. Yeah. It's like curving in.
It's like over.
Yeah, like the perspective is like going underneath you.
It's so high, like you can't even really like fathom it. You're like, I'm just looking at like a photograph.
Yeah, it feels like a matte painting.
But the moment it clicks in, the vertigo clicks in, it is spooky how high it is. And we didn't go to the second highest part, right?
You guys wouldn't made me go
no,
up.
I'm sure, like, I'm really scared. We probably shouldn't go even higher.
Wait!
No, we made Andrew go to the very tippy top.
He was a big boy.
And the top part was even worse because it was tinier and it was jam packed with people, and there was a lot of Jujutsu Kaisen. Like,
there was some kind of Jujutsu Kaisen like cafe event crossover.
It was cool.
So that was cool. Yeah, I liked seeing that at the highest point.
My body went through it. I'm not sure that the rest of me went through it. Like there is a photo. Clem, I'll throw up another photo. I put my hand up against the wall for 2 seconds while you guys went to the thing. I took it away. There is this slimy hand mark on that wall.
Cold
it's
sweat,
so wet.
Guys, Andrew was a fucking trooper. He was up there like literally grabbing onto the railing, like taking baby steps, like as he's going. We were like, oh, and then every time I went to take a picture of him, all of a sudden he would like turn it on. So he like had like a
so
smile.
handsome. But dude, there were like kids running through, and they were like bumping into us to like get through, and it was like, okay, this is
the tippity top, like it's not wide, and then it's also at that point where it's wobbling, like you can feel and hear the wind.
It spiraled up too. It wasn't this big open space. It was like this tunnel. So yeah, that was a very impromptu kind of thing that we all did. Did you walk away kind of enjoying the experience?
Did you walk away brave?
Or were you like, the photos were really cool?
The photos will be worth it.
Was really cool.
The photos will be worth it. The second part of that I did not enjoy. Okay. Like I thoroughly
that second high part.
The middle part I can appreciate after a while. My body can get used to it, but my God, can I never get used to that top one? I need to get down, and I forgot that. So you take an elevator up to the middle, then an elevator up to the top, and when we get into the elevator at the top, I'm like, here we go, we're just going down, and the elevator clicks for like 30 seconds, and I'm like, we're at the bottom already, and you're like, no, we gotta take the second elevator all the way back down. I was like, no!
Yeah, Andrew just like rushed to the quickest exit. While
I just jumped out the window.
Yeah.
He's hanging on to us.
But it was really cute. Just like all like the merch they had there was really fun. And
yes.
I'm really glad we squeezed that in.
Yeah.
Andrew, thank you for doing that.
Yeah,
I love going to towers whenever I go to a place.
Ari, you would say that we just made Andrew do that once, right? On the trip?
Yeah.
I think he only had to overcome his fear of heights once.
Yeah, because that would be cruel if we made him do it more than once. We'll get to that later.
Yeah, that'll come up.
It wasn't done for Andrew.
Yeah, sorry, Andrew.
Yeah, sorry, Ben.
So then, from Ueno, we went to Nagano, home of the 1998 Winter Olympics.
Amazing apples.
Amazing apples, the Shinshu apples, I believe.
And our boys, the snow monkeys.
And the snow monkeys.
Yes. All three of them.
Where is Nagano?
Nagano is kind of more towards the main island of Japan. It's like towards the heart of it. Pretty big prefecture, which we discovered and we didn't, I think, realize right away, because where we stayed was Yudanaka, which is even further outside of the main city of Nagano.
Just like 20 or so minutes.
Maybe only
like a quick
40-minute train ride.
Oh yeah.
Oh right.
All night. Easily accessible.
Runs all night.
No.
It's like every hour. Yeah. That's good.
But we learned.
We learned and we adapted.
Yeah.
Largely in part, if not all in part, to Ari navigating for us.
I did get intense with the train schedule, but I mastered it.
You did master it.
Ari is very good.
You're very good at the
I was not very helpful at all, but I also realized that like more voices when someone's trying to figure something out just doesn't help. Doesn't work. But I also realized that a third person laying on the bench, just like looking up, enjoying the sky. I'm just like, this is great. Yeah, I know Ari's in hell.
This trip is amazing.
For me, I was like,
we just get to places.
So thank you.
I look at the thing and I'm doing like it's like numbers are flying through my head because it's like a pattern, you know, and it's so confusing. Like a puzzle. And it's like Google Maps is so good, but also so shit sometimes. Yeah. Like if you like look up a track and then refresh it a second later, it'll be a different track.
It's like, you're on something
why
else
did that
now.
happen?
Yep.
If I can crack it.
You saved our asses the whole time to the point where, and we'll get to it later, but Colton, we each had a Freebird day.
Yes.
we were just, Colton and I without Ari, we're just like, where are we?
We were in the heart. I was in the heart of Shibuya during traffic hour.
You were at maybe the worst place on planet Earth.
Actually, that's what it felt like.
During the worst time.
Like, I'm not usually super bothered by crowds. Being in Shibuya during fucking traffic hour and holiday season, like
in Japan,
a nightmare, dude. My Google Maps was like fucking up. Like it was like not even working.
Dude,
It didn't tell me the track. It barely told me where to go. Like I was like, fuck.
Google Maps just says run. It doesn't even really help you. The worst thing is that Google Maps, and this is a tangent, we'll get back to it, but it's like, it'll just be like, oh, just go to this platform. They don't tell you like how much of a maze it is.
Yes,
to get there.
underground maze that you have to go through.
Dude, that happened the same when we were on Freebird. I did like Ginza, and that's like a super shopping touristy place, and it was just like hell. And I had to sprint if I wanted to, and I was like, I'm not gonna fucking do that.
Yeah, if you get underground, Google Maps is like,
good luck.
Good, yeah, I'm done. Like I can't help you.
I can't help. This is where I leave you.
Yeah,
but we did figure out the trains. We did conquer Nagano. We did go to Utanaka, and it was gorgeous.
Utanaka was amazing.
Quaint little fun town.
Yeah. I actually think the more I think about it, I think the Utanaka part, like the visual, like in terms of like visuals of the trip, that might have been my favorite part. Like it's just this countryside where like this villages that like straight up, I don't even know, their economy like relies on this tourism at this point. Like there's so many
for the monkeys, mostly
these monkeys,
for sure.
And their apples, and like a little bus system that takes you up the hill to go to the monkeys.
Little onsen.
Our onsen was incredible. We had like a little ryokan onsen that was.
There were some photos of the baths.
The bathhouse was.
All of our naked photos. We'll throw those up right now.
Look up. It will be included on the Couch Kids OnlyFans.
On the Patreon.
The Patreon exclusive OnlyFans.
Show entire cock and balls.
You take that one.
No, Clem, leave that one in.
Yeah.
But yeah. And then we went into Nagano City.
Yes. We went into Nagano City. There's a massive temple there that like kind of the whole main street like leads you up to, which was fun.
I thought that city was really charming. Like it had this like busy but like small kind of vibe. We had some really good ramen.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. So that was my favorite food of the trip was Misoya's famous miso ramen.
Right.
I didn't realize how famous it was.
The buckwheat noodles, right?
Yeah, buckwheat noodles, miso ramen. It was very light. Like it didn't feel like super heavy
you
in
didn't
you.
have to wait or anything.
Oh my God. Yeah, and that was crazy too, is we magically showed up to like a very popular ramen spot at, I would say like a lunch hour. Like it wasn't, I don't know why. It was
like 2 o'clock.
relatively empty.
It wasn't that bad.
We got our ramen within like 15 minutes. It was amazing. Yeah,
very good.
I probably felt like I could add another bowl. And then I went back later before we left Nagano. We had like maybe 20 minutes, and I was like, I'm just gonna try to sneak a bowl in one more time. And then I showed up, and there was a line out the door and around the corner. So
Colton had a ramen problem. We'd be like, we'd hear like slurping in the middle of the night. We're like, Colton, like he's using, and he's like.
But dude, Colton, you had a fun experience on the train to Nagano, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, I'll talk about it.
You gotta.
So the thing with the trains is that you have to leave at a certain time because it's every hour, and every hour kind of counts here, because it's like we're pretty far out. We need to make the most out of it.
Yeah.
What was that?
There's another part of the story that's incredibly important is we got up early to go see the monkeys. We saw the monkeys.
Right.
We're back. We make our way back to Utanaka, like the main hub, because the monkeys are like still another like 20 minutes away. Then you got to hike. So we get back. It's probably like maybe early morning or late morning, like afternoon.
Yeah.
And there's a cute monkey themed like
cafe
it's self-serve, and it has what did they have?
Oh wait, are you talking about the pudding?
The pudding is what it was.
Yes.
Okay, so it's a monkey themed like pudding store that's all self-serve, and we go in there. I'm like, I gotta try this pudding before we leave.
Really cute.
Really cute. I got like a cute little jar of pudding, and I try it. It is thick with fucking cream and eggs.
Cannot understate or overstate how unmanned this station was.
True.
Who knows how long this egg cream pudding
I didn't even think of that.
I didn't think about that either.
And a place that felt almost deserted.
Yeah, there was no one in this. It was basically like all like, hey, you can have the pudding, just
drop money.
Yeah.
Like,
it was awesome.
Yeah.
It tasted incredible. You gave me a scoop.
And I gave you a scoop because about halfway through it, I was like, if I eat all this, like, this is a lot of cream. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. Can you handle cream well?
I would say normally I'm not. I would say I'm not lactose intolerant, but I'm not lactose tolerant.
Interesting.
I'm not lactose.
And you thought custard egg milk pudding
That's been sitting for God knows how long.
I'm tolerant for this.
I'm tolerant enough.
So Colton shoots this thing down maybe 20 minutes before our train. And we can't change trains. We just can't because it's like that means we lose an hour and a half in a day that's already packed.
And most trains usually have in the middle carts. There's usually
for this kind of train, right. For how many people are going, you have to reserve a seat. It's like
not a subway.
It's like an hour.
Not a subway, it's train.
So it's like usually they have a bathroom.
Just a bathroom.
And there was also a bathroom at the train station beforehand.
Right.
When we took off.
We could have.
But the moment we get on the train, doors lock.
Yeah.
And we take off. Colton's like, it's happening. I need to take a shit
now.
Like right this second.
It went from a level, let's say a scale of 1 to 10. It went from like a 6 within 15 minutes.
Wait. Hold on. Yes, I would also like to go back.
Wait a minute.
It was a 6.
You knew before?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Well, I knew that. Bathroom. I felt like I could fight it. Honestly,
why?
Why? I was strong, guys. I felt like.
What was it for?
Here's the fun thing. You weren't strong.
I had to believe.
I thought it was from 0 to 100. Okay, so
it was like a 6 when I
feel
sat
less
down
bad.
on the plane.
We take off. There are no bathrooms. There's plenty of bathroom space in the trains, but there's no actual bathroom.
There's no bathrooms. I went to the back of the train. I went to the front of the train. I stopped the conductor and I was like, fuck. And then I went all the way to the back of the train, saw the back end conductor, and I was like,
no bathrooms on this thing.
Bathrooms. There were empty rooms. They had rooms to take a call in.
Colton was probably the most sweaty and uncomfortable I've ever seen him. He could not stop fidgeting.
No.
And he just kept being like, how much longer? How much longer? And it's Colton,
30 minutes,
I tried to distract
45
myself.
minutes. We're trying to play Pokemon to distract him. And we hit and the thing is, going through this, because it's a very rural area, a lot of these stops aren't big, nice train stations.
No.
They're just curbsides.
Yeah.
So you don't know if there's a bathroom at one of these things. Yeah. And we're 20 minutes out. I'm like, dude, 2 more stops, 20 minutes. You can do it. And he's like, I can do it. I could fucking do it. And then just something clicks and you're like, I can't fucking do it.
I was like, guys, if worst case scenario happens, I get off at one of these stations. I shit my brains out. I come back.
Your idea was I'm gonna shit in my hoodie.
That's right. That was the worst case scenario.
I said I will not shit on this train. I will not shit my pants on this train. And you were like, can you just hold it? And I was like, dude, I've already thought of worst case scenario. I have to go. I go into one of those empty rooms in the back. I shit in my hoodie and throw it out the window. And I'm just like,
hits the windows.
This is okay. I know that's disgusting, fam.
Honestly,
I know, but this was I was brainstorming because I'm not going to shit my pants on the train. I won't do it.
That's fair.
I was already brainstorming and I was like, I don't know if we're going to hit a stop soon. Yeah. I don't know if I'm going to combust. The dairy, the custard has caused a knot that is it's uncontrollable.
A violent chemical reaction.
Yeah, violent chemical reaction.
Right.
So we stop at maybe the second.
There's also ice cream in there. Did we not talk about that?
There was.
Oh yeah, we had ice cream, and he had like a cookie pastry thing, right?
I had a pastry thing at the
ice cream.
This was before the pudding by the monkey park. That's not related because that stuff was delicious.
I did have ice cream at the monkey park.
That's right.
It's not related. There's no way that
ice cream was so good.
Yeah, and there's no way that the apple pastry hurt too.
Colton jumps off at the station before Nagano.
I run.
It's like 20 minutes. Station. Colton, what happens play by play when
you
jump off that train?
We're not there. We weren't there with you.
We're gonna see you in the city.
You don't know
if we're gonna see you.
Yeah.
You're like, if anything, I'll meet you back at the thing, but
I'll meet you at Nagano station.
I have to shit right now.
So I ran off. I was like, guys, I can do it. And then the train came to a stop and I was like, I can't do it. So I ran. It's an empty, extremely rural train station where basically you can just kind of hear the silence in the air. That's how quiet it is. There's a light elevator music going on. It's such a sleepy ass station that the conductor guy that's at the train station was literally an old man asleep in the chair. Didn't even know. So I'm running down this hallway because I'm like, there's gotta be a fucking bathroom. There's bathroom. So I'm running. It's a hallway that connects you to the platforms. And I see at the end of the tunnel, there's where you flag your ticket to get in. It's so rural that it's one of those ones where you just drop your ticket in the box.
Yeah. Nothing electronic.
There's nothing electronic about it. These train stations have train waifus where they're like these anime cutouts of like the train conductor waifu
you can
lady.
throw a photo up.
It's really cute. My vision is blurred. I'm like, I can't even see straight because I'm
poop is
erupt.
seeping through his eyes at this point.
He's leaving a brown trail.
And I run up to what I thought was a cutout of like the train waifu. It was a real woman that was like as she comes into view, I'm like, oh my god, she's real. And I'm like, go man. Like I was like, dogo. I said
beet reds.
Yeah, sweating. I was like, toire desu ka? Like I was like, where's the fucking toilet? And she sees me, doesn't even look at the ticket. She's like, that way. And I just bolt through there. I get into this beautiful little countryside bathroom, erupt mad shits.
The video, you sent a video.
I sent a video.
You sent some audio.
We will not, Clem, we will not throw that up.
I think we were like, we got a video. And I think we like died because it was explosive.
Sounds like bacon sizzling.
Yeah.
Sounds like frying chicken.
And we're at that level. We're allowed to do that, guys. Just so you know, chat. That's us. We're okay. We can send each other those kinds of videos, right, guys?
What happened next?
So then I get out. I'm messaging you guys. You guys let me know that there's a train and you can catch it in 15 minutes. You'll be golden.
Dude, you got so lucky that like that was the last possible moment, and it happened to be like a busy enough train station to where like they cycle trains out.
Yeah.
Anything else before that, I think you would have just been stranded
for like another hour.
Yeah. Ari and I were also talking about the legality, like what happens. We had this like long philosophical chat. Yeah. Like truly, if someone has an accident and they're like, I am trapped, I have just, that's how I felt. I've just shat myself on the streets, or I pissed my what do you do? Can you be arrested? Like what if you did it in your clothes and you're like, or
what else was I supposed to do?
What what do you do?
It's a true philosophical debate.
I'll look it up actually.
Poop, yes, I guess.
Because I think if you expose yourself in public to defecate, then you can be put on the sex offender list.
Yeah.
So if you shit within your domain, within your clothes,
I feel like with a foreigner, if they just found you and you're like, I'm sorry, they would be like, please get up. Here's like a change of clothes or something.
I would hope.
Or they would bring you to a store and just be like, buy some clothes, you monster. But it worked out.
Demon.
We got to Nagano, and maybe we continue the story after the break.
Yeah, let's continue the story after the break. Let's let you guys sit with what I sat with.
What just happened.
With what just happened. And I apologize, but it was a necessary story.
It was so funny and so scary at the same time.
If you need to go to the bathroom, go now. I guess.
If you're at a 6,
no,
just hit the bathroom. Don't even risk it.
Yes. Yeah. Don't even risk it.
Don't risk it, guys. Take it from me.
Woo! Woo! Woo!
Yeah, let's do it.
Nagano. Gonna blow.
Gonna blow my load in Nagano.
Gonna blow my Naga load.
Right, Naga load. Whoa, welcome back. Thanks for taking a little break with us. Taking a little potty break. We're gonna keep the stinkies out now. We're gonna keep it moving.
All right, Colton, we're in Nagano.
We
get the good ramen.
We
see the cool temple.
But there's a key character that we've left out.
Oh no.
Yes.
Fam, we met Train Girl.
Train Girl.
Can you tell us about Train Girl?
Please.
Yes, of course I can. So this was on our way to Nagano, I believe, right? On the way to
Utanaka at night.
Our onsen.
Yes, in the last train on the way to our own, since the first night we're on our way out.
So the further we go out, the more people are leaving the train. It's pretty empty again. Like we said, it's like 40, 50 minutes out from the city of Nagano. So, again, it's more locals, people that are working in Nagano. And all of a sudden, this girl with an acoustic guitar, she's just there. She's on our car, and I make the mistake of looking up and making eye contact with her, and she gives me the most like 2000s rom-com, fixes her hair, looks up, and I was like, no.
Very Senorita awesome.
Very Senorita awesome. And I was like,
you were just observing the passages.
I was just like, huh. One of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, she misread that.
I didn't look at her for the rest of the thing. No. She got off the train. I looked back, and then she
did the thing.
She did the thing again.
The smile,
and I was
the,
like,
batting of the eyes.
And then I told these guys immediately. I was like, did anybody see that? That was crazy.
Yeah, it's like, that's funny. Like,
but she's off in desolate nowhere, so we'll never see her again.
She got off at the most like random rural stop.
Pitch black,
it was pitch black outside. There was no street lights.
Your guitar.
What are you doing? And she's clearly like either American or English. Like I don't know. And she's like super blonde hair, blue eyes, like, and was just like stuck out like a sore thumb, and then just disappeared into the night.
Yeah,
we
got off. It was like
that was very odd. Yeah. It's like, haha, that's funny. Like
that's funny.
Right.
So
we'll never have to see her again.
We'll never have to see Train Girl again.
Train Girl.
And then from Train Girl, we introduced another song, 3 songs that you'll hear in this episode.
We were joking that like that encounter with Andrew inspired her to like make an indie like modern like female pop star kind of song where it's like train boy, why you making me go through the pain, boy?
Driving me insane, boy.
Making my eyes rain, boy.
And we just kept doing that, and it was so funny. It was so funny. And we're like, well, it's so funny because we're never going to see her again because that'd be insane.
Yeah. And then guess what happened?
We're going to the big temple in Nagano. And what do we hear from the corner of the street?
Where are you from? Where are you from?
Where are you from?
What?
We turn over. It's fucking
Train Girl,
dude.
Holding the guitar.
With 2 of her friends.
Oh my God.
Andrew is white as a ghost.
Yeah.
He does not interact at all.
She fucking found us, dude. Yeah. And she's asking us questions where we're from.
We're just trying to be polite. We're like,
and she was like, whenever I see a tourist, I want to ask where you're from. And I'm like, you didn't ask any of these other white people that are walking.
They're all everywhere.
They're everywhere.
Yeah.
The white people are everywhere.
Even clocks, so she's like, you guys were on the train yesterday. I remember you.
I remember you. It's easy to remember a face out here.
Yeah, and it's like, that's crazy.
What?
Yeah,
no way.
They're like asking us what we're doing that night, and like, and it was like,
no.
You look like you're 15. Like this is
they were very young.
Happen.
That was the thing where I was like, guys, don't talk to us. Like, please.
Like, this is so fucking dangerous.
Yeah, and weird. And they also were like, we think that they were. Do you think they were on like a missionary?
She said
like,
she was
trip?
on a mission.
Yeah, they were a mission.
Yeah, they were on a mission
trip. They each had name tags on. So
I think Mormon, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know.
Latter-day Saints.
Because one was from Utah.
Yes, one was from Utah.
It was insane. I think we were all just like
insane.
Fucking insane.
They like explained their mission and where they were from and like asking us questions, and we were like, okay, yeah. And then I was literally like, I think I literally was just like, okay, well, we want to see the temple, so bye.
Yeah, you were. It was the best.
The whole way up to the temple, Andrew could not stop turning around and clocking them, and he was like, fuck.
Because they were like, oh, we're going back into town, and I was like, okay, great. And then I turned around, and then they waited like 5 minutes, and then they started walking up the hill. So from the hill, walking up the hill, you could just see
slowly crawl towards us.
She's all, and you just hear, train boy, why you driving
my
me?
Pain, boy.
You're gonna leaving my heart in chains, boy.
Oh, I like that one. But we escaped Train Girl for Andrew's safety.
And then the reoccurring bit was that anywhere we went in Japan,
we would just hear her, yeah.
It's like, did someone say train boy? Like,
need some help with train boy.
Sorry, I need some help navigating the train.
Yeah, and it's like,
car door slides open.
Where are you coming from?
Yeah.
Get out! But that was insane how we happened a chance encounter with that person. And just the fucking goal of her to be like, where are you guys from?
Yeah, didn't say hi,
like
just screaming
it in the middle of this. It's like, come on,
super busy temple, like strip.
It's like nice and quiet there. Like, don't do that. But besides that, we had a great time.
That was the epic of Train Girl.
Yes.
And then we left Nagano and we went to Osaka.
Yes.
And Osaka's a ball. Everyone should go to Osaka. It's so fun.
I know what you're talking about before now. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah. So we took took a bullet train from Nagano around the west coast of Japan. So we looped it and then shot us straight to Osaka. To me, that was one of the highlights. Just like going on that side of Japan through a train. We went by Lake Biwa, which is like the biggest freshwater lake in Japan, I think. So beautiful. There was like all these like little country towns around the lake during golden hour. Oh my god, I was
we got some really pretty sunset like over these like
my eyes were just glued to Pokemon Pocket, so I guess I missed out.
I think I heard a lot of like, cause we had to sit in different like areas, but I heard a lot of like
fuck
fuck fuck you, Misty. Fuck you, Misty.
We'll talk about Pokemon Pocket.
Yeah, that'll
next
be
episode.
episode.
I swear to God.
But we get to Osaka. We're staying right by Dotonbori.
Yeah, Dotonbori. We stayed in an awesome place.
Hotel Nico.
Hotel Nico.
Yeah, right?
No. Hotel Nico was in 2023. This time we stayed at
Candeo.
The Candeo Hotel or something like yeah. And it was like 15 floors high, and there was a spa,
gorgeous,
like an open air spa overlooking the city on the 15th floor. That was sick.
That was awesome.
And yeah, Osaka is a great time. There's the Dotonbori is really cool. There's just so many cool like little shops, and like it's a tourist trap, but it's also like I don't know,
it's fun.
It's just
it's
so
lively.
Fun and cool.
It's really cool to see the river and all the lights. We went to our favorite pizza place. Probably
Critters
one of the top 5 pizza places. It's in Osaka, Japan.
Guys, Critters Pizza, y'all. I don't know if it's a chain. I don't know if it's actually not like that amazing if you live in Japan. Every time we go, it's the best pizza I've ever had in my life.
It was very, very good.
It's so good.
The vibes are good.
Vibes are good. They're playing like New York, like 90s rap in there, and you're like, fuck yeah.
The critters were crittering. It was great.
A lot of
critters.
Yeah, we walked around Amerikamura at that time.
Colton showed us how to toss a pizza
he was
as well.
Throwing a wet napkin up like pizza dough in it.
It was very cool.
Yeah, it was cool. We did learn a lot.
Yeah, we did.
It's all in the wrists.
Yeah, it was so delicious.
It was really fun. And then we went to Don Quixote.
Don Quixote.
Oh yeah,
Don Quixote.
The Riverside Don Quixote in Dotonbori. It's famous for its very tall, very high Ferris wheel.
That looks like it's in perfect shape.
It's it could use a little
tune up, fresh coat of paint.
Stuck in the 80s, maybe.
From the ground, you don't see or hear anything that looks like it would work. Not properly, but yeah.
And we were like, we should go.
We got to do that.
Andrew loves. If there's 2 things he loves, it's heights and
Don Quixote.
Unfortunately, one of those things
is true.
Supersedes the other to where I would do anything for the Don.
For the Don.
I fucking... Also, we might have talked about it before, but if anybody doesn't know what Don Quixote is, it is a chain in Japan that sells everything.
Guys,
it is a visual assault. Yeah, it is an assault on the senses. It is like they're playing their theme song full blast. Bruno Mars commercials are playing around every corner.
This is true.
There are signs for hand drawn little penguin signs for every item in the store.
That's the Don.
The Don himself, the penguin.
And then there's a lady Don.
There's a lady Don too, Miss Don. And there's lights everywhere.
Madonna.
We love that.
God damn, that's good.
Clever.
I was just gonna say he kind of looks like King DDD.
He does, yes.
Very, very similar.
He's got that going.
Blue,
and also
it's so cute.
The stores are very small and narrow, but there's like 8 floors usually.
Jam-packed,
They're fucking
the
packed.
one in Osaka is pretty famous because it has this very oval shaped Ferris wheel, and it's like kind of a Ferris wheel. It's more of like a pod that just like kind of rolls around. But it's really cool because it's this like thin oval. And just the shape of it and like the visuals of it is very like retro
striking,
and cool.
And you get the sunset in there. It makes a beautiful
we were like,
sight.
We got to do this. Like we didn't do it last time. It's like it's super touristy, but like how cool would that be?
Yeah.
And we get into it. It's like $10. It's less than $10, and we like sit in this pod, and it like jankly spins around and locks you in the place, and you're like, oh, I could barely see out this thing because it's so scuffed from like years of abuse.
It
like
looks
names carved in it.
It looked like someone threw up on. There was like a big stain, big fat stain right in the middle of it.
Of the like New York subway, Japan,
and
it's localized into this pod,
fairground level.
Awesome.
Like it's
great. It goes very high, very shaky. Andrew was not having the best time. Maybe.
Well, I was. You know what? Fuck off. Because you know what? I was having a pretty decent time. Like until we get like close to the top, when you guys are like, let me check under my seat. I gotta jump on it or whatever the fuck. And then you guys are jumping on, rattling around, and this thing was already decrepit, and we were like going over the crest, and you can hear the thing like go. Yeah.
When you hit that, oh sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, Clem, you could throw this up, but we have a video of us where Ari and I are singing, "We're going back down,"
and we're slamming our ass,
jumping our asses on the thing, and Andrew lets out a
like
pretty good SpongeBob scream.
Very fun.
Like, stop! Yeah.
But when you hit the crest of it and you start going down, it feels sketchy because it's like the weight of it is now being pulled down, and it's like the chain or whatever is fighting it, and it's just like
gravity kicking in.
It doesn't feel right.
No,
but it was really fun.
It was very fun.
I was like, this is so cool.
Perfectly safe.
Perfectly safe-ish. Yeah. I think there was a point where we were all kind of like, ooh, maybe
I need to get off this.
We could probably turn this around now.
I was gonna say, I was like, even sympathetically, like I was up at the very top of it. I'm like, I do not feel good. Yeah, something not great. Oh no! So then the next day, we went to Ari scheduled us a visit to Kobe.
Yes.
So we did a little day trip to Kobe. Yep. Where we tried Kobe.
Yeah, beef. I know. We got it.
For the listeners at home, that is
because of you. Yeah, we got it.
Ari is shouting from the bathroom. He's taking a bathroom break. He's probably at a 6.
He even said, Ari, we're gonna get to it. We could have paused. Oh my god.
Okay, so another thing. So after the Ferris wheel, Andrew, he's like, great, I probably won't have to do any more heights things again. Everything's fine. But Andrew wanted to go to another part of Osaka that has a little tower. Yeah. And there's a cool tower there. And they have a
small tower. A very small, very manageable tower that's it's probably like 10 stories. Like it's like you've been in buildings that are taller than that.
Yeah. And so, but what we discovered when we got there is that there's a thing called the tower slider. And the tower slider is an awesome little, basically they throw you on a mat and shove you down a tube and out the main tower, and you slide down to the bottom floor. Great time.
Andrew, that area was awesome.
I thought it was cool. And also I like your use of the word or the verb throw, because there were two gentlemen that took you by your shoulders, screamed at you, and then threw you down the slide. And we have video of it too.
We have video of it, so we'll throw that up. What was also hilarious is I was the last one to go, so I'm filming them getting thrown down. I have a clip of Ari where he's like, all right, okay. And they're like, okay, 3, 2, 1, go. And Ari's all, whoa, fuck.
you hear my voice disappear, and I go, what the fuck?
Yeah. It's just gone.
They launch you, dude.
Yeah.
And the guy's like laughing because he's listening for your screams, and he's all whoop, and like
so cool.
Just a goofball up there.
I mean, if that was your job, I would also love just yeeting people down that slide.
Yeeting people, dude. That's what it was.
I really liked that.
Really fun.
Yeah, it was fun.
Very enjoyable. So we went from that place then to Kobe, where we had we tried Kobe beef for the first time, thanks to Ari. Ari scheduled us an awesome dinner, and my fucking god, that is the best. Honestly, maybe the best meat that I have ever had.
It's probably going to be the best meat I've ever had. Probably the best steak.
Yeah.
Literally, you read about it online, you hear they're like, it just melts in your mouth. It's like, it just disappears. It was
so good. Like the normal bite of a steak, it was like biting through butter.
Yeah,
it was so good.
Anything you've ever tasted.
We did the thing, they cooked it in front of you, and he used like every bit of it. He
every
cut up the fat, and fried it,
and
like
the
mixed
fat
it
to
with
cook everything else.
Yeah,
because I was like, oh, that's cool. He's keeping the fat to cook with the fat, but then he also cooks the fat and then gives you a big chunk of fat to eat, which was delicious. And then he threw the like fatty chunky bits in the salad.
And it's good because we really saved ourselves for that meal. We didn't eat anything before that, right?
We did.
Like we went,
no,
maybe an hour and a half before, we all got ramen and beer before that, and
it's true.
It was incredible, and I don't regret it, but we fucking ate it all.
Ate it all,
delicious.
Dude. We didn't hold back that.
Kobe was really cool. Like it was really lively. Like that area was a lot of fun.
Downtown Kobe.
After Kobe, we came back and we were like, we're just kind of wiped from all that hard work of eating luxury beef. So we're just gonna chill in the hotel, and we like hung out there, and then we discovered the rooftop spa there, and that was so cool.
That was nice.
That was another highlight where it's like literally like it's like a naked spa.
More naked time with the
spa.
boys.
So we're, like, naked on the top of a skyscraper in Osaka,
overlooking the city.
Fucking overlooking the city.
We're already in our room. We're already naked.
We're already
in our hotel room. We're already naked. So why don't we just get on up there?
There's like nobody up there except this like one grumpy old man who's looking at our ass through the mirror.
Yeah,
but like whatever.
He liked what he saw.
And then it was just so cool. We were like, I felt so rich and powerful.
Did we press our asses up against the glass? Of course we did.
Colton, got you.
Got you.
Squeeze alert. Yeah, then we just called it a night after that. It was fun.
That was great. And then the next day, we immediately hopped a train. This was a lot of travel this day, but it was all for the glory of getting to the Nintendo Museum.
Which had just opened a month prior.
Yeah. So, guys, we got a sneak peek at the Nintendo Museum. It was awesome. It's incredible. You can go, and you like Nintendo, you should definitely go. Basically, it's divided up into, I would say, 4 parts.
4 building
areas. So it's like basically you got your courtyard in the front. Then you take you upstairs to the main museum. Downstairs is the interactive part of the museum where you can play like these giant oversized mini games that are like very interactive and fun. Then there is the shop, and there's also Hateno Burger, which is the cafeteria where you can build your own burger and like a little mini game type thing, and it's fun.
And you learned a cool fact about the building while you were there.
Yeah, so we kept wondering, we're like, why did they put it in this like outskirts of Kyoto, because the Nintendo building is in Kyoto, like that's where Nintendo is stationed headquarters, but this one is a little off the beaten path. We found out the building in the lot is actually a former factory that had been used for Nintendo up until about 2016. And then
so cool.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
It's
so
like,
the grounds are historic in a way too.
You kind of get the feeling you're like, why is it like built like this? It feels very like,
it's like a factory.
Sections to it. It's like a normal museum would just be like one big building.
Yeah.
But when
like
you learn about that, it's cool.
Yeah, the sides of the building still had the like big garage doors, but like you'd go in the building and there was no, like, it looks like a factory.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, if you love gambling, you got to go to that store.
Oh my God.
You got to go to that store because the blind boxes are out of this fucking world.
How dare they?
And I don't mean that in a good way.
Yeah.
It is, they have a lot of these like blind boxes, literally for like every little part of it. There's a blind box if you want to get like a magnet
Nintendo
or
blind
like a
box.
coaster.
Kind of down the line for the entirety of the trip.
Yeah.
Every single store, museum, it's just like everything was blind boxes.
So they have these blind boxes. I have one right here with me. They're little plastic models of the consoles, right?
It's very
cool.
Every year for every console.
There's one box that is the 2000s console, so everything from the Game Boy Advance up to the Switch. But then they have a separate box for everything earlier, which is like, original NES to like the Game Boy family.
Thing, like
so it's like you kind of get to choose your options here. And they're 2 different products because they don't overlap, right?
Yeah. The boxes are different.
Yeah, the boxes are different. What you can get is different. So I would not call it like hoarding or unfair to buy one of each.
Correct.
It'd be like, well, I want to get an earlier one and I want to get a newer one.
But Ari, you would be labeled as a hoarder if you tried to do that.
Yeah, you would be shamed. They will call you out
Disgusted.
in line. They will say you can't
They
do
put
this.
They put a big stamp on your forehead.
Yeah.
Say
They
hoarder.
shoot you. They kill you.
My stamp, they ran out of ink, so it just says whore.
But yeah, they were so strict on it. They were like, you can't do that. Like, you can only get one box for like everything. And it's like, well,
begging them. Like, I said, but they're two different things. And they were like, no. I was like,
you're wrong. So we did the thing where maybe not super cool, but like,
hey,
fucking whatever. Like,
you know what? A great way around it. A couple of hoodies and
a couple more blind boxes.
Yep. Put your hoodie on.
I don't think what we did was like a heinous version of buying like 10 of them.
There was so many of them.
There was an insane amount of them.
And yes, maybe there were so many because there was a 1 per person limit. But
that's insane. They're 2 different products. That's insane.
We refuse.
So we opened it. I think I got a Wii. No, I got a Switch. And I was like, that's cool. That's fine with me. Colton got the Wii U controller. And he didn't like that.
No,
so
I did
then
not like
I'm
the
like,
Wii U.
I like the Wii U. So we swapped. You got the Switch. I got the Wii U. Andrew, you got the...
I got a Game Boy, or I got a DS.
You got a DS.
I got a DS.
And you're like, that's sick. So then... after we did the museum and the interactive stuff, which was fun, we're like, let's just get another pair.
Let's
like,
try
we'll
it.
each get like the old ones.
I dare them. I dare them to say something.
It's fine. We're paying. It's fine.
Yeah.
That's always a good excuse, right? It's our money.
Fine.
Our hard-earned cash. but we do it again. Colton opens up his blind box. Colton really wants. Which one did you want? You want like the GameCube, right?
I really wanted the GameCube. I'm just a sucker for the aesthetic of the GameCube.
He gets the Wii U controller.
Fucking Wii U again, dude.
And Andrew, you get yours, and you're like, I want to get the.
I will get anything except
the Virtual Boy. Yeah. I was like, There's 8 things in this fucking box. The chances are pretty good, 7 out of 8, that I will not get the Virtual Boy. I open up this fucking box and I get a Virtual Boy. So Ari has a video of both of us like opening up boxes, being like, "Fuck!"
Yeah.
Some might say maybe karma for not playing by the rules. Maybe.
But karma's a bitch.
Some would say that,
but I don't. We don't subscribe to that belief.
No, we don't.
We just say round 3.
And Colton, and we were like, well, maybe we pushed our luck. Maybe 2 times is too much. And Colton would not have it. He's like, I'm going back in.
He's
boys.
like,
they're gonna
give me the hoodie.
Lock me up in Bowser's castle.
Yeah.
If anything, because I'm going to get this fucking thing. He goes back for a 3rd time. You get it. And then you open it up and you get the DS, baby.
I got the DS.
And you're like,
that's a
proud owner.
Yeah.
That's a cool one. The screen even closes. The little DS dual screen. Oh, the detail was perfect.
If you're going to Japan and you like video games, just in general, and you're able to score tickets, you should do it because it's very cool, very informational, very fun. Those interactive games are super fun. It's a lot of good history.
Yeah.
Very cool.
There's so much. One of my favorite parts was the succession of ideas wall where they were like, here's Ultra Hand, the toy that we came up with like ages ago. Here's how it's traveled through our games and like we've re-implemented this idea in different ways and how it's like transformed literally up to the point of like Tears of the Kingdom where it's like you have Ultra Hand
using
as
this
an
thing,
ability.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's cool, man.
Really cool stuff.
They're very
like
proud of their heritage. That's fun to be a part of. And after that, we were like, man, we're tired. It's 4 p.m. I think we can call it a day. No. We gotta take a fucking train all the way to Tokyo.
It's quick though, right? A quick bullet train from like they call it a bullet train, so it's probably like
fast.
Fast.
Wow. Wait a minute. Because of the timing, we had to fucking. It took so long. It felt so long.
About 2.5 hours.
Yeah, about 2.5 hours.
But honestly, we're joking about that because the bullet trains are the shit. Like that is the way to go. We should have bullet trains everywhere.
I think it's more the fact that we really scheduled a lot of train shit.
Yeah.
I think you added it up. It was like we spent 6 hours or something
on the train that day.
On that day.
On that day.
That day alone was 6 hours. And that particular bullet train was the air. There was no air in there. It was like it was so hot. I came out of there flushed.
Yeah.
Like
it was
like
feeling like
felt like
heavy.
ass.
Yeah.
But that was it. We called it a night after that, right?
Yeah, I think so. We were like, maybe we should probably get some.
Motherfucking wait!
Nope.
went out.
Fucking no. We went out. We went out to our favorite place in Shinjuku, which is Golden Guy, where there's like little bars. We also we got some food beforehand at Piss Alley, Memory Lane, as they call it.
Great experience.
A little izakaya where there's some kebabs that we basically ate.
And then we met up with your friends there.
Yeah, and we met up with our good friends, Kurt, Danny, Emily, and Tim.
They happened to be there. It was so cool.
Happened to be there, and we met them. We actually got a spot at our favorite little bar in Golden Guy, which is Bar Halo. And the folks at Bar Halo are super nice always.
Yeah,
and,
people are like talking to us and stuff.
Yeah, and we got the little table in the back, which is because if anyone knows, Golden Guy is like a tiny bar district where like each bar
6 seats maybe.
Yeah, each bar you usually pay a cover fee, and it's like no bigger than a bedroom. Yeah, it's awesome though.
Yeah, it's a highlight if you go. It's like I think it's a perfect blend of like touristy stuff with like locally stuff. Where it's like you're gonna go there and be like, okay, obviously there's a lot of like foreign people here, but it's also just above like doing the super safe stuff too. It's like cool, I can experiment and just like try something random.
Try different bars and like meet different like locals.
And everyone's very nice there. No one's usually. It doesn't feel like you're not welcome there.
Yeah, I always feel pretty good.
So after that, I think we called it a night. I think we actually did call it a night.
And then our last day was a free day where we each did our own thing. And
we got a little lost.
We got a little
lost in the house.
No. Last day was Snoopy Museum.
Oh yeah.
So
Snoopy Museum.
Last day we took another train, another like 45-minute train to the Snoopy Museum, which is way the fuck out there. It's like weird how far it is, but it was in this really cool like train station shopping plaza.
It's beautiful.
I forgot the name of it.
You can tell that town is like you're here for the Snoopy Museum.
They love
get
it.
your way, and we love it.
It was so cool. And Snoopy Museum was Andrew's thing. He really wanted to go.
Yeah.
How did you feel about it?
Oh, it was amazing. It was like it was so well done. It was like mostly,
so classy.
yeah, it was just, yeah, it was everything you want it to be. They had like an entire room of Snoopy sculptures that were beautiful, and then they had an interactive show with it. It was just, what you want out of it.
The fucking originals.
Yeah, the originals.
That
a lot of
blew my
originals.
mind. I was like, I couldn't believe they like got those.
And they're big too. Like I would say they're like each panel is like 4x4 at least. Like each
24
panel
by 17 pages.
Beautiful.
You see every pen work. Love that shit.
The gift shop wrecked me.
Dude, gift shop.
Like I walked in, I was like,
dude, I was not expecting to get slapped in the ass that hard at the gift shop, but everything was perfect.
So charming, cuter than any product we ever make here.
Oh my God, yeah. Everything was like high quality. The entire Snoopy Museum felt like the coziness you get from reading one of them. I don't know how they did it. It's like perfectly paced.
It was very, very charming. It was,
if you're a big Peanuts head, it's like incredible. Do it. It's nothing to go. Yeah,
it's nothing.
You have to make, and the whole train station is really cool too.
I know.
Yeah.
I wish if we had more time, we could have just like hung out there all day. But then after that, that's when we went separate ways, right? We were like, we're big boys. We can do this.
We like took the train back together to the Shinjuku station, and you're right.
Yeah,
Shibuya. And we each got off on like a different thing. So we were just like, goodbye.
Do you want to do like everyone recount what they did?
Yeah.
Kind of
sure.
thing?
That's a good way.
Andrew, I think you got off first.
Yep.
I got off first. So I had a list of things that I had to do. This was like my get my souvenirs day for other people. I feel like that's what ends up being like trips in general. I end up just getting stuff for other people. So I got stuff for Noelle and her family. So I ended up going to this like high-end incense place for her father, which was very cool. It was just like one person at a time, and I like was in a waiting room for like 15 minutes while they were like with other customers, and they're like, please enter. And it was this incense place, and they're like, what smell would you like? And I was like, gift box, Father? Please. Father-in-law.
Yeah.
And so that was incredible. I did that. I ran around to get truly like other gifts. Yeah, other knickknack things for other family members. And I ended up in Shibuya Crossing. I've never seen Shibuya Crossing so busy before.
That was insane.
Like we went in February last year, and this year was unmanageable. Like it was
a lot of people.
Fucking insane.
Yeah.
So
2 to 3 times more.
Yeah. So then from Shibuya, I got a little lost in the sauce, but that's kind of it. And then I made my way back. The only scary thing was my phone was dying quick that day.
Yeah.
we were at the Snoopy Museum, and I look at my phone, and it's like 50%. I was like, this is not good, because your phone is not only your train ticket, it is also Google Maps. Yeah. It is your it is your translator. It is everything.
What happens if it dies mid-train?
That's what I was wondering.
Oh my God, I didn't even think about that.
I didn't even want to look it up because my phone was dying so fucking fast. So my phone was on airplane mode, and I would just take it off airplane mode, scan my thing, and then just put it back on airplane mode. So it was pretty scary. But all in all, that's kind of what I did. And I had a pork sandwich from Family Mart every single day.
Every single day.
So yeah. That's what I did.
Loved it.
I went on a little hipster boy adventure.
That's right.
It was
You needed it.
Very lovely. I went to a very kind of like online famous coffee shop called Cafe Omnibus. If you like search Tokyo coffee, it's probably like the video you'll find. And it's so cute. I think you guys would have loved it just for photos alone, because it's like this like shed with an upstairs sitting room, but then it's next to a train. So like an elevated train. So as you're sipping coffee, like a train will whiz by you, and it's like everyone goes there, and it's like you just see so many white people like holding their like thing up, like coffee up to the window and filming.
You didn't do it. I was gonna say you didn't do it, right?
No,
you didn't participate in.
I'm a better tourist than them.
Let me just get a quick video though.
It's empty. But it was so quaint and like beautiful and perfect. I got like coffee for some friends, and I got some like stickers and goods from them, you know. And then I walked around this, like, I think it was like Lower Shibuya. Like that's kind of what the neighborhood is. And it's just like a lot of like, you know, fashion-y stores. There was like a little river walk with all these like boutique-y things, and I was like, oh, I fucking love this. I tried going to a couple like jeans shops because I wanted to get some denim, but the only kind of pants they wear in Tokyo right now are these like giant baggy pants, and I like humored a guy and put one on, and he was like, oh, very good.
You look amazing.
And I just look like I'm in a dress. I'm like, I can't do it. And the price is like $500.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, come in. And I just like ran.
It would have been really hard if you showed up with like parachute pants and you just spent $600 on them and you're like, I love them.
You guys,
and I was like,
guys,
no, dude, they look, they're
dude,
very flattering.
That is something.
And you got to wear that on the plane?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah, it was just like, I was like, it's not in the cards. I wanted to get some like nice clothes there, but I was like, this
can be hard.
Is too much.
Sometimes it's like overly trendy, you know what I mean? You're like,
it's like, it was like grandpa's that looked fucking like dripped up, like on their little fixies. You know, I'm like, this is too much for me.
Yeah.
But it was still fun. Like I walked around and then I went to the Ginza district, which is very like very high end, like Louis Vuitton and like fucking.
You're one of the bougiest guys I know.
Yeah, very bougie. I mean, I didn't go there to buy that stuff. I wanted to go to Itoya, which is a very famous stationery, like a very famous stationery store, and it's like 12 stories of stationery. And I went there to look for some like drawing pens and like sketchbooks. Oh my god, I think that sucked my soul out, because like I go there, it's fucking jam packed, and the only way to go up is like these like one aisle escalators, and each floor is labeled. It has its own thing, so when you go up, you have to go through the floor to get to the next set of escalators. I can't just like decide where I want to go. So I'm going floor by floor, and I'm like kind of finding what I need. I'm holding like 2 pens and a sticker pack. I'm like,
it was packed too, right?
It was fucking jammed, dude. And then I get to the top, and I'm like, well, I guess I'll just like take the escalators back down. And it was like, no, there's one elevator. It's packed because everybody gets funneled up there.
Yeah,
and they have to.
Brutal.
Nobody wants to take the...
Are the cash registers, are they upstairs?
There's one on each floor.
Oh, okay.
So it's like, if you plan it, you can do it correctly. But
yeah.
I didn't. So I was up there, I just bought my thing, and I'm like, I'm just going to take the stairs. And I had to walk down 12 flights of stairs. I was gassed by the end of it. Yeah. And then I had to trust Google Maps to get me through Ginza Station, and it was like, hey, you can make this next train in 30 seconds. Like, no! I'm like trying to run for it, and it's like, you just give up.
Sometimes it feels like like that scene in SpongeBob where he's trying to catch the bus, and it's like you turn around. Yeah, it's like,
it's exactly
all those like buses keep like, and then as soon as you run up, it's just like, nope, sorry.
Yeah,
that's the last one for the night. Last one for the month.
Yeah, good luck. Yeah, so then that's when I met back with
the good
Andrew.
Look fuck train.
So I was like, I'm fucking exhausted after that.
Yeah, dude, the navigation is brutal especially the phone, because I had that experience where like my phone was also kind of dying, and I'm like, my version was I was gonna stick with Ari, and then I decided to freebird, and I took flight
set wings
at Shibuya, the heart of Shibuya, which was fucking nightmare, just because I was like, so many people. And then I ran around. I went to Don Quixote because I was on a mission. Earlier in Osaka, I saw this brand that this guy was wearing called Red Cap Girl. And it was like a local, like small brand that like you can't buy anywhere else really. And I found out that on Reddit, they were like, where do you buy this? And they were like, dude, there's a mega Don Quixote in Shibuya that has a rack with just that brand.
It's like the fucking Promised Land.
Whoa, yeah, dude. Oh man.
So I went there, and then Don Quixote again is like an assault on the senses. So when I got there, and I'm like, holy shit, what am I doing? I'm looking for like one shirt, like, or brand, like in this massive store. I'll never find it. And so I'm flipping through stuff, and I'm like seeing it, and I go, and I'm like, I'm done. Like, I can't do this. Like, this.
I'm in the lawnmower section.
I'm like, this shit sucks. And then literally as I turn around, there is a sign that's like at eye level that literally was like Red Cap Girl products.
This way.
Like, and I'm all, holy shit. So then I see this rack, and I'm all, dude, I got it. And I'm looking, and I'm like, oh man, I like this one, and I like this one. So I ended up buying 2 little sweaters, or like long sleeves.
They look good.
And I like them. Yeah.
In the distance, you hear like strumming of a guitar. It's like, Colton.
Get
the red cap girl.
Get the red cap girl. But you always be my red cap train boy. Oh no.
She was there too.
So train girl, I had to run away from her. So then I ran.
To get follows.
I got my stuff. And then I wanted to make a stop back somewhere that we went to in 2023 that I really liked was Harajuku, but not the main like fashion street that's like the really popular section. It's if you go around kind of around that, there's like really cool shopping area and like artsy kind of like downtown area that I really like. And so I went there, and there's this place called Base Yard in Tokyo that always does like these crossover events. First year we went in 2023, Chainsaw Man was hot.
That's right.
So it was blowing up. I got a ton of Chainsaw Man stuff then. I showed up again this time. Fucking Dandadan was popping off there. They had a Dandadan collaboration. So I had a great time. Andrew discovered the theme song of Dandadan. Loved it.
I was way too late. I was like, whoa, we've been singing. That's like the Nagano thing we've been doing for 6 days. Yeah. Like, that's crazy.
That's what it's from, Andrew. And it was great.
I thought you made that up. I feel like a grandma. I feel like a grandma that's like, I thought you made that up. That's like, no, great. I didn't make up SpongeBob, grandma. Like,
well, you could.
You definitely could do that. And then I ended up finding this really cool little art gallery that I was like, man, just do it. Just go in there and see it. And I did. And it was a really cool artist who had a ton of cool stuff on the walls. I was like, I really enjoyed. And then I
love those books that you got.
Yeah. And then I wanted to buy a piece so bad, but I just was like, dude, there's no way I can, one, spend the money on this, and then two, like, get it safely back to the States. So I was like, whatever, you gotta leave it. So I bought the art books. Anyway, then I made my way back to you guys, and it was a good little free bird. Then we called it, we wrapped it. We
got some ramen after. We went to Shinjuku and like got some. It was like a very specialized type of ramen. It was like very clear.
Yes,
it's very
different.
Well,
you got like a sardine. You got like a sardine based one. Yeah. We got a chicken based one.
It was very different. I thought it was like a cool thing to try. Maybe not my favorite.
Also, Andrew tried Japanese curry for the first time.
Yes,
I did. Very good. Very good. Highly recommend.
We ended it pretty much the whole trip on a trip to Perfect Beer. If you don't know what that is, it's like this bar chain in Japan where their whole thing is that they give you the perfect pint of beer where they like fill it, get the right amount of foam, and they dip it in water. So it's like crystal shiny.
So good.
And you get this really nice light beer.
Crisp.
Beer. And while we were there,
can you control how much foam is in the cup, Ari?
Oh, Andrew, I'm so glad you asked because
I actually don't. I'm
Andrew,
somebody.
let me
I'm somebody.
you.
I'm somebody who doesn't. I don't like beer, but
yeah,
I love foam.
Well, Andrew, what if you could get 100% foam?
Are you serious?
No fucking way,
and we saw somebody order it. It was literally like
100% foam, baby.
Foam. Insane.
That's real.
It's fun that they do that. And then we met some like locals there.
Dude, that was a highlight for me too.
We kind of became friends with.
Yeah.
And it was just like a nice.
We just had a blast talking to them.
They came over and joined our table. We like followed them on Instagram and like. There was definitely like a language barrier, but it was just fun to like show them. Like one of them, he likes bugs.
Yes.
So like we really couldn't communicate like what language wise.
Yeah.
But I would just show him like a picture of a praying mantis, and he'd be like, "Yeah."
And then he would show a picture of like a different bug. And we're like, "Yeah."
Remember the fucking millipede that he had?
Yeah.
Oh my god,
like that millipede.
That was fucking wild.
Yeah,
it was Jurassic. Yeah. It looked huge.
He's an entomologist.
Entomologist, baby.
Bug doctor.
Very cool.
Very cool group.
Very cool.
And they were all drinking buddies, and we were like, we're drinking buddies.
Well, it was crazy too because like it was very cool because they were all like, this was the second time that they've met up for drinks, and they were all very different ages.
Yeah, it was 21 27
and 53.
But it felt like they knew each other for a while.
Yeah.
It was really cool.
So cute.
It was very cool.
Awesome.
I'm like, I like that. That there's like a trust in that friendship.
Yeah.
And that's what we ended it on.
Something that this group lacks.
Yes.
A little bit of trust. Oh.
Anyway, we had a great time.
I'm not going to think about it.
Best friendship group ever trip.
Couch Kids. Thanks. Yeah.
And then the best part was we had a really smooth flight back.
Oh.
Right?
Guys, the Couch Kids, you know that when we get on a plane, it's going to be drama free.
It's going to be smooth sailing.
Smooth sailing from there.
Top 5 worst flights I've ever fucking been on in my entire life. It was turbulent. It was because the other thing too is I don't know. I like when I get on a flight. I don't like flying. Another one of my big fears. But I'm also a big fucking fat. Dumb baby about it.
This one was bad.
So like we got on, and I like when the pilot comes on, and they're like, "Hey, like what's up?" Like it's gonna be a little it's gonna be a little bumpy today, but like whatever. Because then I'm prepared. I'm like the pilot knows it's gonna be bumpy, whatever. We get up there, They turn on the seatbelt sign on, and their first announcement, which I'm sure sounds better in Japanese, is please put your seatbelts on. We're about to go through turbulence. Please note that the turbulence will not affect your safety on this plane. And I was like, what the how bad is this shit gonna be? It was the first 4 hours of the flight was horrendous. I went up to the flight attendant. I was like, how much longer? And she was like, 2 hours. I was like, 2 more hours? She said, yeah. So
it was rough, man.
That sucked.
There were a couple moments where like it skipped you a bit, you know? And
I hate it.
Not good.
Yeah,
and you know, like when you're really struggling with turbulence and like you're like, man, if I could just like have some peace on this plane. I'm sure everything
at least it was
be
a nice quiet
plane. You know, everyone was respecting the atmosphere.
Fucking my fucking god!
No,
yeah,
no,
oh my
that's
god,
not what happened.
Fuck!
There was this fucking woman and this fucking guy were complete strangers that just, you know, I showed Andrew a note in my phone about maybe like an hour and a half, 2 hours into the flight, and I'm like, you know, dude, I think it's a wonderful, beautiful thing that two strangers can meet on a plane and have a really long conversation like this. But I need it to stop. Like, I hope it fucking stops.
Fucking hours,
guys.
Fucking.
This lady talked for the entirety. The only
not
time.
Even exaggerating.
This is not an exaggeration. Loud. Talking, the lights are off. It's like clearly like, hey, maybe don't do that right now. People are trying to sleep.
It's sleep time.
This lady was talking, and the guy was at least like a little quieter, and then like was just kind of like, oh yeah, no,
like
yeah,
trying not to
not
make it,
really like making it fully engaging. But then they started drinking.
Yes.
Then they started drinking. So now both of them are getting drunk. They're like, this conversation train will not stop. I'm sitting across from them, I'm fucking furious. I can hear every word that's coming out of their mouths. Like, she won't stop. She finds a way to talk about everything. She's talking about fucking her dog, her neighbor's dog.
I was just gonna say
the
dog. She was like, what other dogs do I know? I swear to God, I swear to Christ, I heard those words. What other dogs do I know?
Guys, it was fucking insane. I couldn't have it. I was done, and I'm a people pleaser, so I didn't want to stop this.
Yes.
But I went up to the flight attendant and I was like, please, they're getting drunk. This is about like 4 to 5 hours into the flight, and I'm like, please, can you tell them to be quiet? Like, it's been going on for so long, and like they're starting to drink.
I'm sure that helped. I'm sure they stopped.
It helped for like 10 minutes. And they clearly got the hint that someone complained about their voices and them talking. Didn't stop them. 10 minutes, they were like whisper tone, kept drinking, unleashed. They just kept gabbing. Dude, I've never seen yapping at this capacity. It was
30,000 feet in the air. It was atrocious.
I had like noise canceling headphones, and I was the furthest from them, and I could still hear her very clearly.
Yes.
Yeah.
They were yapping. There's no better way to describe it.
And her partner knocked himself out.
Dead asleep.
Dead asleep. Put on the eye mask. Dead asleep.
Dead asleep. I don't know how.
For 12 hours. Dead asleep.
I don't know. How could you sleep next to them? Because they were so loud.
Just like, I don't know how you carry yourself like that. It fucking...
The only time she was quiet was 30 minutes before landing, because they were basically just like, hey, buckle up. We're going to come to a landing we got 20 minutes. Like, don't worry about it. And she somehow, all of a sudden, she was quiet. And I was like,
what the fuck was this?
Where was this? And how is your voice not shredded? My voice gets shredded. After this podcast, I can't speak.
30 minutes?
It's over. She's 9 hours, guys.
And they even like started the flight too. Remember, like
drama.
This one like Japanese girl.
Oh my god,
was in the wrong seat. Happened to be in like their seat, like an aisle above, and like she obviously doesn't speak a lot of English. And they're not like yelling at her, but they're like constantly being like, "You need to move. Like you're in our seat." I think there's a bit like, and they're not helping her or anything.
And the flight attendant's
like,
up.
okay, just like give her some space to move. And they're like, well, you can upgrade us, right, to first class.
And we'll just go to first class then. We'll just go to first class then.
We'll go to first class. That's not how it works, guys.
Yeah,
first class is booked.
Clearly, she's just in the wrong seat. Like, give it a fucking. Oh, and then she's like trying to get out of the seat, and they're putting their fucking bags in at the same time.
Let her move.
My God,
like, dude,
infuriating.
She was an asshole.
So it started
straight.
It started bad. Yeah. And it did not get better. That was arguably the worst flight that I've ever been on.
Yeah, everything accumulated to be very rough, and then we landed at 7:30 in the morning and had to spend a whole day fighting the jet lag.
I lost that fight.
Oh, I did too. Yeah. It evened out. And we were like, now we can record the podcast.
Yeah. Now
back to business.
Now it's our time to yap.
Oh yeah.
Guys, thank you so much. That's our Japan trip. We wanted to make sure we covered it. So no question of the week this time, no headline havoc, but we'll be back on
You get nothing. However, we did get a lot of questions of the week sent to us. One of them will be answered in the chip clips, which is coming up next. Yes. And then we got another huge list of questions from a lot of our favorite friends. So we will answer those, I guess, next week. But we are recording a double to catch up. Yeah. So it's instant for us, but unfortunately it'll be a week for you guys. Yeah. But we will get to all of those questions that we got.
If you made it all the way to the end, thanks so much for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you guys all try to plan a trip to Japan because it's amazing.
So. Where can they find us? Where can they find us?
Oh, they can find us at Couch Kids on Instagram and TikTok. Follow Instagram for all of your updates. What is he doing?
Japan anymore, dude.
Oh my God, dude! Come on, man.
And you could also support us on Patreon if you.
He took the initiative.
I know he did.
You support us on Patreon at the $5 tier. You get a postcard that's handwritten and signed, and you get a sticker, a Couch Kids sticker.
What?
And access to the uncut drunk history of Kingdom Hearts and the couch clips, the chip clips, and. Guys, it's a ball on that Patreon. And
it is.
You get balls are out. Japan trip photos.
Uncensored. And you can find it at www.com, patreon.com//couchkids.com.
It's like a lot of slashes.
Check it out. It's a lot of fun.
Check it out.
Yep. Check out our Patreon. We are on there. You can just search us. But surprise. Also, if you have a question of the week or suggestions, couchkidspodcast@gmail.com.
And as we always say.
Or comment.
One more year of Couch Kids.
Arigato gozaimasu. Arigato gozaimasu.